All right, today is my day off, so it's been a while since I've had a haircut. I'm gonna go get my haircut at one of the local barbershops. Cool thing about this barbershop and how it ties into coffee is they serve cold brew while you wait. They also serve wonderful beer, but it's 9:41 in the morning. I'm not gonna go with beer. I'm gonna go with a cold brew. So really excited to start my day off like that and get rid of some of this ridiculous hair. All right, that feels a lot better. So hair's cut. Now, cold brew. Let's talk a little bit about cold brew. There's a few ways you can make cold brew. One of my favorite ways to make cold brew, sorry about the lighting, is using something like a dripper. You can also use, if you have access to it, a French press. And all you gotta do is let the coffee in the water do its own thing. So what's different about cold brew versus iced coffee even, or hot coffee? So what's going on in cold brew is instead of hot water, which when hot water contacts coffee grounds, it excites the coffee grounds, it wakes it up, it gets things going and encourages extraction, AKA the pulling out of the good stuff that we know as coffee. Now, so with cold brew, you're using room temperature water, you're most likely using the same kind of grind size as your like Mr. Coffee, auto drip, what have you, but you're allowing it to go for much longer, usually depending on the batch size between like 2 hours, maybe even 10 hours. If you're steeping it in something like the French press, recommend 12 to 24 hours. But regardless, what's going on there is it's a slow contact with water. You're allowing water to start at the top, especially in the drip methods. You're allowing water to just, ooh, that was loud. You're allowing water to start at the top to drip down through it. And just like the old school percolator coffee machines that your mom and dad might have had, or that you have, depending on who's watching this, I don't know. The percolator coffee machines, coffee would percolate with the water and just move up and down, and a lot of agitation would occur. That's what's going on, except for the water is percolating through the coffee. So as it drips through on this brewing method, you're gonna let the water soak up all of the good stuff that it possibly can before dripping out of the bottom. So that little knob right up here, that's gonna be your drip, and then the filter down there. Make sure that the grounds stay out while the water goes through. Now with immersion-based cold brew, what's going on there is just like steeping a French press or even steeping tea. That might be a little bit easier of a way to describe it. Just like steeping tea, you're letting water and whatever material you're wanting to extract from, you're letting that sit together and mingle together. Basically like sticking a sponge in water and letting the sponge soak all the way up, so that when you eventually get all of the water out through pushing on the plunger, you're left with a product that is full of wonderful, tasty cold brew coffee. But that's the basic understanding, explanation of cold brew. I know there's a lot more into it, but without getting super nerdy, that's cold brew for you. All right, that's what we've got for everyday number 3. You guys have a great rest of your day. See you tomorrow.